feels unreal. That's a feature now. I don't know what they did to consolidate the files of this game, but oh my God, if you can't dodge right, that's a skill issue. 3 points. This lives rent-free in my brain. This is something we could deal with in 5 years. Okay, all right. We are gonna actually get into Endfield beta. It is Thanksgiving Day, by the way. I did kind of go out of my way to be home in time for this because originally I wasn't going to be, but then we had Thanksgiving dinner early, like very early. So I am home. That's a whole thing. We gotta talk about this linking device thing because this is actually not what I thought would be happening during this beta. All right, so we are going to do our first hour in Arknights Endfield CBT 2 today. This is our 3rd time testing Endfield. We did the tech test, we did beta 1, and now we are doing beta 2. I will immediately say, tech test and beta 1, I am 99% positive I got access as a content creator. I don't know how I got access for CBT 2. I will say that with my full chest. Don't know if it was content creator access. Don't know if it was just random access. I did not fill out, because I think for CBT 1 and tech test, there was a separate like content creator form. And so that's why I filled that out. So I'm pretty sure that's how I got access. I did not fill out any separate content creator form, but I am a content creator for Arknights Endfield and have been since before CBT 1. So they might just have me on file, which I'm totally fine with and very grateful for. That being said, all my opinions on the beta are my own. I am not being paid or anything. I just got access to the test, right? The device linking is what we're starting at because this is not how I thought this was going to roll. So signing up for the beta, it sounded like you would be able to link your account to a PC and 1 mobile device. Now you had to say ahead of time which mobile device this was going to be because the 2 options were PC and iOS or PC and Android. I personally picked PC and Android for the sole purpose that I planning on pulling up BlueStacks or something and seeing if we could get the game to run on that and seeing what that looked like. Just out of curiosity, I have tested the game before, and usually when we get to like this many beta tests, I start to get curious about how I can push the boundaries a little bit, you know? So I was like, that could be kind of fun. Let's pick Android, even though I don't have an Android phone. I have an iPhone, but I thought it might be fun to push the boundaries a little bit there. But now it's saying that during the test period, an account can only be linked to 1 PC, which sounds exactly what they said. It's the next sentence that's frying me a little bit. Once your account is linked, and also I'm realizing you guys can't see this, hold on. The Endfield client likes to do this fun thing where any like window that pops up will not actually show in game capture. I can only show it on screen capture. So give me a second. So I have my display capture up now. So I have to remind myself to change it, but they did this during the last beta as well. Once your account is linked, you won't be able to log in on any other devices for the duration of the test. Now they might have just left out a word or something here, but the fact that it says any other devices, and this is how beta tests usually work for any live service game I have tested. Once you bind the access to a singular device, you are no longer allowed to access that beta client from any other device, essentially. So if this has happened before with Hoyoverse games, I've seen other creators log in on PC and then decide to log in on their phone to just check it out on their phone, like in their free time, and they get banned. So I've seen this happen to other creators as well as like non-creators, but like I've seen it mostly with creators because it just pops up on my feed. But this is more what I'm used to in a beta test, right? Like this sounds more correct. Because when they said that you could have it on a mobile and a PC device, I was like, that's a bit weird, but okay. Hypergriff, you surprise me more and more every day. So I was gonna roll with it. It seems like that might not be the case. So if you are also doing the beta and are thinking about logging in on your phone, maybe don't do that. Or if you've already logged in on your phone and want to try on PC again, maybe don't do that. I don't know the main consensus on that, but I did want to point it out because this is not what was said prior to everything else. Maybe it's a typo, who knows? But I will be playing on PC and I'm not going to try to play on a mobile device or an emulator like I wanted to, just because I don't want to risk it. So I'm gonna get the game set up now, go in, fix settings, all that jazz. We'll do our real first hour. This is just a little thing I wanted to tag on to the beginning. I have the game muted as well because I haven't gone in and fixed sound settings, so it's very loud. But I just wanted to talk about this at the top of the video with the full thing, like the full notice, just so we're all on the same page. So nobody's trying to like play on 2 devices and get locked out, because we don't want that. Quite frankly, we don't want that. So I'm gonna go figure all this out now and we'll be back for the real first hour in like 30 seconds or less. Hey, I lied again. We're gonna talk about the, we finally got the test instructions to come up. Well, my shaders are being compiled. We're actually gonna talk a little bit. We might have some weird like frame glitches, frame drops, whatever, because my shaders are compiling, but this usually takes a minute anyway. So we're gonna talk about the test instructions. We don't have an end time for the test period yet, which is pretty standard for Endfield betas. They've never really given us a set end time, even during tech test. We didn't know when it was actually gonna end. So this is pretty standard. I wasn't expecting there to be an end time announced, but I would expect this beta to go longer than the previous two, even though the last beta, CBT1, went pretty long. I would expect this one to run longer because this is essentially almost finished build of the game. You know, like we kind of have a confirmed, like a lightly confirmed release date that's either end of January to the middle of February for like a window of release at this point, based on various sources. By the time this video goes up, things are changing so quickly we could actually have an official date announced, but I doubt we'll get that before if we do get that, it's going to be very close to the end of at the end of this year, right? I do think there's a very strong chance the test could go to the end of this year. I don't think it's going to go into 2026. And to 2026, I feel like that's just kind of pushing it. I do feel like it'll end mid to the end of December, basing off the fact that it's starting at the end of November. And I think CBT1 I feel like it went longer than a month, but it could have been a month. So I feel like that's kind of the windows we're looking at right now. It does say this is a limited access test, so certain parts of the game will not be completed or like there in full. I'm assuming this means things related to lore. I would hope that they're gatekeeping some of the lore still. Free of charge, meaning no premium currency purchases, etc., that sort of thing, and data wipes. So none of the progress we make in the beta will be saved to the official release of the game. I don't know what that means for how I want to cover it yet, because in CBT1, I was skipping over like the readables because that's something I tend to do in a beta because I don't want to fully expose all the lore, both for the viewer of the video and myself. I want to be surprised when the game releases because I want to dig into the lore with everyone else. But one thing we learned during CBT1 was that a lot of some of the most interesting parts of the lore are hidden behind the readables. So I kind of started reading the readables and enjoyed my time in the game a lot more. So I don't know what that means for how I want to go about covering it this time, because I would like to go through all the readables, but also I'm not sure. I don't want to expose all that lore, both for you and for me. I don't know what I want to do yet. So I'm still thinking that over. I'll probably cave and read the readables, quite frankly, so we can get into that. My game is frozen because of the shaders, so I want to get into the important notes, and then we will get into it. I'm not going to read the fair play statement, but I do want to go over the little introductory bit here, just so we kind of know what we're working with. Yeah, you guys can't hear it, but the music did the change thing because my shaders finished compiling, but we're going to continue going over these first. I do still have it muted because I haven't changed the audio levels yet, so I can hear the music. It's the same music. I'm having a great time. Important notes then. All content available for experience in the beta test is from a work in progress build, which is understandable. This work in progress build is just much farther along than the previous ones we have seen, based on the fact that the game is releasing soon. Okay. The content, such as the story, settings, stats, and visual presentation, may differ significantly from the launch version and does not represent the final look and quality of the game, which is standard for any beta test of any game ever. Number 2, the test server will be closed and all data will be deleted after the test ends. Standard fare for a beta test. It's kind of how it works. I've done a couple of live service game beta tests where progress does go over, but it's not necessarily a beta test. It's more so considered early access. So there is that. Number 3, please make sure to keep your personal account secure. Do not trust any information regarding account trading, account sharing, or the sale of test installation packages to avoid unnecessary losses. I do also want to point out, if you are engaging in this type of behavior, I believe it is technically against terms of service for Hypergriff, and you can get banned. I've seen this. I don't know if it's a Hypergriff rule, that this account sharing trading stuff, but I've seen other gacha games in particular where if you give your beta access to somebody else or let somebody play on your account with your access, you both can get banned. So I do want to point that out. Just be obviously at the end of the day, your decision if you want to start playing with fire, but I don't recommend it. Lastly, if you have any issues or suggestions during the beta test, feel free to share with us in-game via customer support or the beta test 2 surveys. We will be doing survey videos again. I love doing a beta test survey video, and these ones are going to be fun again because this is the this build of the game is the closest we're going to ever get to the release version because it is literally a couple months out. So let's do this. I'm gonna go fix my settings now for real. All right, settings have officially been messed with. Let us begin. The music in the login screen is always a little bit loud, but we have messed with settings sufficiently. So far, nothing's too different. I will say that. I think it's immediately just throwing us into the game though. Okay. Let's see if my sound settings are good. Cause I don't know if they're gonna, I don't know. I kind of guesstimated them. I kind of guesstimated the sound settings based on previous games. My settings did not carry over from other Endfield beta clients, but they are using, I believe, a new hyperglyph launcher, which I hope that means Arknights on PC. By Arknights, I'm talking about OG Arknights. I've heard whisperings of Arknights coming to PC, the OG one. If I say Arknights, I'm talking about OG Arknights. If I say Endfield, I'm talking about Endfield. Cool? We made the distinction. But I've heard whisperings of Arknights hitting PC officially, not just on Google Play Games, but like with an official launcher. And I'm thinking that this hyperglyph themed launcher that they're using for Endfield this time around might be the kicker for that. I'm so excited. When I went to download the beta this morning before I left to go celebrate Thanksgiving with family, and I saw the launcher. First of all, stunning launcher. It's really clean. But I saw that we had a launcher and I was like, oh, girl, does that mean Arknights on PC? I got so excited. I don't know anything. I'm not saying Arknights is officially coming to PC now, but I hope it is. I hope it is. It would be great timing to have that hit PC right before we get like this Endfield launch, you know? I also forgot to switch back to game capture. I'm still in display capture, so we might have some weird glitching and I might have to cover some stuff, but fingers crossed. Wow, it's us! And it looks really clean on PC. It does. I think it looks just as good as the PlayStation beta footage. Oh, girl. It looks clean. I wonder canonically, like, because there's both Endmans in there. I'm so excited to be playing this after seeing the PlayStation footage. Seriously, like this feels unreal. Let me switch back over to game capture really quickly. It's not gonna look any different for you guys. I just fear, I used to record everything specifically with display capture because I couldn't figure out how to work game capture in OBS for like multiple years. I figured out how game capture works this year and now I can't go back. And it makes my life so much easier. So pro tip, if you are a content creator, use game capture. Okay, I don't know who I want to play with because here's the deal, right? When we do beta back and forth betas, I will switch back and forth with which presentation of the MC I'm using. So tech test, I used the feminine MC because that was the only one available. CBT1, I used masculine MC because we switch it up. Based on that logic, I should be using the feminine MC for this beta, but I also am probably going to use the feminine MC at launch. So I'm like, do we want to give the masculine MC one more shot? I think we might want to. I think that's what I did with Zenless Zone Zero. No, Zenless, I only did 2 betas. Okay, Because I know, yeah, that was why. Because I remember I used Wise right before release because I was like, why not? But that's kind of what started the back and forth betas. Okay. I think I might want to go with the masculine MC. Wait, we can switch back and forth, so it doesn't matter. Oh my God, that's a feature now. Also, my ping is like really good. I was concerned about my ping being funky because of the fact that the American server and the European server is like the same. Maybe it's because I got lucky and there's a tower or something in Texas. Maybe I got lucky. Like it keeps spiking between like 22 and 4 in the 40s, which is really good actually. Especially because I was expecting it to be very bad. I don't know if they set up shop in Texas or something, but y'all, she's clean. Okay, we're gonna go with female admin though, because fingers crossed we can actually try the presentation swap. I think that I would love to try that out a little bit, but it doesn't matter because we can switch now. So my back and forth betas, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Oh my God. So we'll start with female admin. Confirm identity. Ooh, it's so clean, really. And I've bumped it down to medium graphics settings and it's still so clean. I love it. Does it look as great as it did on like PS5? No, but it's still beautiful. And we get to fight the new boss. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I was like so tired going into this, but now that we're in it, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. It's real. Endfield is real. There's Pearly. Hi, Pearly.
What took you so long?
Her voice it does sound different.
I was held up.
I think, did we know what Endman sound like before either? Ooh.
A blessing, solely yours, but stolen and tainted.
I don't think this is the same cutscene from the PlayStation footage.
Isn't confined.
Is it? I don't remember.
This time, leave no regrets.
And the model is clean as well. Whew.
Administrator.
Yeah, my OBS is doing really well. I don't know what they did to consolidate the files of this game, but oh my god. Hypergriff. This is insane. Because my model, look at her. She's fine. She's fine and dandy. My CPU usage is at half of what it usually is with very big, beefy games like this. Going from tech test where my model was glitching every 5 seconds, my CPU was insane, the footage itself was stunted. This is an insane switch up. I know I keep glazing this game, but I'm just like, I remember what happened during tech test. This is like a 200% difference. I do want to go in and fix camera sensitivity though, because I get motion sickness very, very easily, and I just want to go in and fix it. That is something that I do frequently, because right now you can see the camera sensitivity. I will be bumping it all the way down to -5, just because I have to do that for my motion sickness, so we can play longer, because I'd rather play longer with I guess this would be very unsensitive movement. I guess that would, yeah, because it would be -5, so it'd be very negative sensitivity. I'd rather play longer and have to move my mouse a little bit more than having to only be able to play for like 5 minutes before I start feeling sick. So you do what you gotta do. And that's why accessibility in games is so important. I'm just making sure all my other accessibility adjacent settings are okay. I think we're good though. I'm just checking over everything. Okay. But yeah, you can see here my settings are at medium. I have things bumped down to low even, just so we don't have any issues. And game looks great. I'm so impressed. I really am. Oh, Hypergriff, you spoil me. Okay, so WASD to move. It still feels a little bit sensitive, but this is the lowest we can get it to go. So we'll just have to rock with it. Yay, I can sprint now. Oh! Oh god, that actually scared me. I watched the PlayStation footage. I know what's supposed to happen. We are having a little bit of a lag now, but it's nothing. Like, I use... Zenless on Zero is going to continue to catch some strays here. I use ZZZ as a really good litmus test for game glitch, because I have so many glitch issues running Zenless, and I'm having maybe half of what I would with Zenless. So this is like biggest nothing burger ever in terms of like glitching. And this is a beefier part of the game, because there is like a full cutscene. Essentially, this is like a moving cutscene essentially. So it is going to be a little bit more beefy. Zipline! We have our zipline back. Move towards target. We're fine. All right, and then we unlatch. Ah, I love the zipline, I do. Okay, we can't linger here. There's no lingering here. Here we're just going through the motion, like defeating the enemies when they show up. Okay, so we start with our basic attack tutorial. They did change the UI for the tutorial tips, which is much nicer. Again, it's much cleaner than it was before. Keep clicking or click and hold the left mouse button to perform basic attack sequences. I want to try the click and hold. Keep attacking to perform the last basic attack sequence, final strike. So if oh, you can just hold down on it. Ooh, wait. I don't know if you could hold down before. I don't remember being able to hold down before, but I really like it. Maybe because I like vaguely remember it possibly being a thing, but it wasn't as intuitive, so I ended up just doing single clicks for attack, but it's nice now. Okay, next tutorial tip is the dodge. Oh, it's a shift dodge. God. Oh no, you can use mouse. Shift or right mouse button. Cool. Okay, I hate a shift dodge. Dodging does not interrupt basic attack sequences, but costs stamina. I do believe they have reworked the dodge mechanic, because during the tech test in CBT1, it wasn't great, but it was also very decisive in the fact that certain parts of the player base were like, if you can't dodge right, that's a skill issue, and other parts were like, I think it's just broken. I think I was in the camp of, I think it might just be a little broken. And like, not the good kind of broken, but like the broken kind of broken. So they did rework it a little bit. We'll find that out, how much they reworked it. And then a perfect dodge requires pressing the dodge button at the precise moment of enemy attack triggers. Or pressing the dodge button at the precise moment of enemy attack triggers a perfect dodge that returns half of the stamina spent. Ooh, so there's a reason to do that perfect dodge. I do want to try out this perfect dodge because I love doing the dodge mechanics in Zenless. We're getting a little bit action gamey, and I think it could be fun. So I do want to try this. So we're gonna hit confirm. I still don't know how to say Agoloi, by the way. It sounds like there's an N in there still. So when the red shows, we should be able to dodge, but I don't think I'm gonna hit that. Yeah, we kind of just took him out. I really want to try to learn that perfect dodge though. I'm excited for it. Bye, Pearly. Zipline! To get across the chasm. All right. Yeet. Whoa. Oh, there's 2 points on that one. Are we gonna get hit? No, we're good. 3 points. The ziplines are so fun. I hope they incorporate the zipline more into the basic gameplay because they didn't last time. Oh, unlatch. You got the zipline in the beginning last time and that was it. Big sword. Oh, we're fighting again. So now we're doing battle skills. Pressed 1 to cast the battle skill. Okay. Don't know how I feel about the 1, 2, 3s. That might end up making me re-keybind just because I'm used to like Hoyoverse game controls where 1, 2, 3 switches your active character more so than does skills, but it might be fine. Casting a battle skill consumes 1 bar of skill points. It's the same difference from last time. SP naturally regenerates over time. Hitting enemies with Final Strike also recovers some SP. So it's Angoloy sounds like there should be an N. It sounds like Angoloy, but there's no N there. It is kind of hard to spot the like the visual trigger for a perfect dodge because it is that like red line, but it's a little bit difficult to spot if you're not really really looking for it. So I wonder if that's just like something I'm gonna have to get used to, or if that is something that needs to be like fixed a little bit because it's very obvious in a game like Zenless, and I am just gonna use Zenless as an example here because it has that visual cue for that perfect dodge, right? And it's very obvious in a game like Zenless, so I'm curious if it's just not as obvious for me yet because we literally just got in game. It's been less than 15 minutes, guys. Or if that is something that needs to be more obvious in the future, especially because if you're playing on mobile, obviously your screen is going to be much smaller. If I am struggling to pick it out on a like full-size desktop that's like right in front of my face, I am a little mildly concerned about how that is going to look on mobile, obviously. So, casting a battle skill, back to the actual game now, consumes 1 bar of skill points. SP naturally regenerates over time, hitting enemies with Final Strike and performing perfect dodges also recover some SP. So that is very similar to the tooltip we just saw, but we're kind of getting it again. So do we have more opponents? Yes, we do. So I'm trying to like pick it out, but maybe these opponents are just like not as good as... Is there even that visual cue, or was that just for demonstration in the tooltips? I don't know. That might have just been a demonstration moment and there's not actually a visual cue. I would like a visual cue. Personally, I enjoy visual cues because it just makes it easier for me to have like a visual, like an obvious visual cue for that. And hey, guess what? That's an accessibility feature. Okay, our ultimate tutorial next. When ultimate energy is full, long press the battle skill key to cast the ultimate. So it's the same one. So basically 1 will be used for Endmin because that's who we have in our first slot. It's the only character we have active. But then if we had characters in 2, 3, and 4, we'd be using 2, 3, or 4 to cast that ultimate off field for them. Your character does not have to be on field to cast that. You're gonna long press that battle skill key to cast the ultimate, hit enemies with skills to gain ultimate energy. It will just kind of come up, so we're gonna press it down. There's still a little bit lag in the animation, but again, it's not as bad as it has been in the past. So that's great. Like, is the game perfect? No. It's beta 2. It's not supposed to be perfect. They literally tell you, hey, this game isn't perfect, by the way. This is a work in progress build. But it's pretty close. It's pretty close. It's closer than it ever has been. Walk through the lay of flowers.
These flowers are
pretty. This is still so pretty.
a tomb, a lonely soul, never meant to bear.
Hi,
such
Pearly.
burdens.
Everybody say hi, Perlica.
You chose not to let go.
You chose not to let go. Interesting. Okay. By the way, if you don't know, when I'm calling Perlica Pearly, there's I've talked about this before. This lives rent free in my brain. There is a singular line in CBT2, like an ambient dialogue line, where Chen calls Perlica Pearly, and it has lived rent free in my mind since I heard it, like at least 6 months ago. Not even. This was like in January, wasn't it? This was like in January or February. All year, this has been living in my mind rent free. Chen calling Perlica Pearly. And if they don't bring that ambient dialogue line back, I'm gonna be pissed. I need that one line. That don't look good. I wonder if this is like foreshadowing of the future that we're trying to prevent from happening, or like this is what happens 5 years down the road from now. We have to deal with this again. Curious how that's gonna end up. I don't know if I want to find out. I do want to find out, obviously, but not right now. This is something we could deal with in 5 years. Yeet. Oh, unlatch. I always forget the unlatch. But you know what? I kind of like the fact that the unlatch is there, because if something is waiting to kill me on the ground, I can avoid it a little bit by just latching onto a zip line.
Let's strike forward.
Oh, we got the bazookas now.
Your true weapon. Forge a path.
This is something we can do, by the way. This is kind of where the tower building comes in later as well. Yeah, that ult was clean that time. Do another skill. Why am I too far from the target? What do you mean? I don't even think I need to be doing anything. There we go. I could have stood there and done nothing. I will have order looking up. Listen.
Life always fights back.
Who would win in a fight? Endman or Zhongli Genshin Impact? Discuss. I think Endman would win in a fight.
Ruin. And be reborn.
This version of Endman would win in a fight. Hi, Pearly. Bye, Pearly. Okay, we up. Oh, how do can I just jump down? Yeah, okay. Do I take fall damage? I don't know if I take fall damage. Not yet.
The end.
The Endman draws closer to end.
This chasm.
I'm so curious about this. Like, is this a dream sequence? Is this like I said, like a foreshadowing of a future that we are now going to try to circumvent? Or is this like foreshadowing to the end of the game that we are also trying to prevent? I don't know. I don't know. Because the lore we see this time in Tech Test and CBT1, the lore changed drastically between both, but the lore we see this time is pretty much set in stone.
Even you.
So I'm curious where they end up going. Even that was from Endman. You have decided to help me. We told Perlica. Oh, and now there's like, we can hear like this fighting either from the past or the future. I'm not sure which it is though. Enter the past. Okay, so this is a future we are trying to circumvent, I would assume. If we are entering the past, we're about to go into this. I don't know, because maybe it also is, this is what happened leading up to the start of the game, and this is like a lost memory. I also am curious, some of the graves here are lit up, and I think those might be the ones that have like kind of like eulogies on them, but I can't really move. Okay, we can kind of go off the path here. I want to look at some of these. There is, oh, it did kind of end up making me go in a direction, it seems. Now they're all lighting up. No, they did show this in the PlayStation footage. Yeah, okay. I had a minute where I was like, is that new? So this one in particular has something going on here. We can view it. Okay, so words of different languages overlap upon this tombstone. You try to make out the letters, but you realize that they are flowing, colliding, and fighting each other. Your head hurts from this attempt. This is the history of countless individuals, and it recites the same tale. Everyone now rests in this place. You must press forward. I guess also this could be, if this is like the past, these are all the past lives that have fought for the same thing that we're now probably going to fight for. But in the past, some of these tombstones have had references to previous Arknights characters. Yeah, this is the same one. Okay. Perlica's over here. Pearly, no! What does this one say now? This tombstone has been split through the middle. Aren't they all? Its words are barely legible. You notice a shadow dancing in the cracks. It could have been yours all along, you suddenly recall. A fate meant just for you. Is that one ours? I don't know.
You traveled beyond the
This is the sort of like story beats that
as chill as the cosmos.
a couple years down the road is gonna make so much sense.
Hope alive. For our sake. And
Also, I'm taking in like none of this dialogue. This is definitely the type of dialogue I'm gonna be taking in when I gotta edit this. I'm gonna be like, yo, wait a minute, it all makes sense. But now, right now, I'm just kind of like, what's happening? Ooh, an idol. We got an idle animation. Y'all, look at that. Okay, hi again, Pearly. Oh, we're walking now. We are walking. That is terrifying, but also gorgeous.
I've always wished that you would find the answer.
It almost seems like Perlica is like the omniscient, omnipotent god of the situation. I always thought we were like this like all-powerful being, but it seems like Perlica knows more than we do, or this like god figure is just using Perlica as a vessel, like the essence of Perlica to appear to us in a way that like makes us comfortable or something. I don't know. Like I said, a couple years down the road when we really get into the story and the lore, all of this is going to make sense, but right now it doesn't. And I kind of love that. I kind of like having to go in a little bit blind. Is it time? I think it's time for the fight. It's taking a minute to load in, so I'm gonna assume. Hydration check. I get booted. Defeat Erignus. Okay. Oh no, it booted me a little bit to give me a team. Okay, yeah, it's having a time right now. We do get a trial team for this fight because it is kind of like the tutorial boss fight. Originally, like having any sort of boss fight tutorial was much later on. The combat tutorial was much different, but they have changed it. I compared it a little bit in the reaction to the PlayStation footage that they showed all this off in originally, but they kind of reworked the beginning of the game for a better combat tutorial, and I think it's really good, at least from the PlayStation footage. And it's Blue Lady. Hi. Oh, I'm so excited to actually play this. Because the PlayStation footage was just so cool, and now I'm just like, it's real. It's real. Hi. The creature. This is Arknights. I think that's how you say their name. Terrifying. Let's do this. We're flying again. And on the ice too. Oh, this is a sick fight. Ghost Perlica is here. I think she actually becomes Perlica in this fight though. So we have, oh, it's kind of like ghosts of other characters as well. So we have Gilberta that might not be Gilberta. I did get hit a little bit, but the other characters will fight on their own.
No, break its arm.
Break its arm, break its arm, break its arm, break its arm. Go Perlica, go. We have E for combo. Yeah, combo skills are also a little bit more intuitive now, because before they were kind of messed up, where they didn't really work properly, or they were very hard to trigger. Lost unto his lore. Whoa, okay, we're down, we're going. Game's in. Oh, we're on combos. I think before you could not trigger a combo skill. It just kind of... I used all my combo skills up. We should have done it when the hand was down. I can't take in any of these murmurs right now. I wish I could. But I can't take in any of the deep murmurs, and there's probably so much lore there. Oh my god, this is actually rough. What the heck? Why is this actually difficult? Who are you? Okay, you can have fun. Character whose name I'm forgetting. Oh dear, I'm doing so bad. The character in slot 3 actually is the first. It should be the first banner character. Okay, we need to take out this hand, and then we can start doing actual damage. Okay, Pearly's ult is up, but we can't use it yet. I also can't do not Gilberta's skill. Let's go! Pearly ult! Okay, we gotta move, we gotta move, we gotta move. Get out of there, guys, get out of there. This fight is harder than it looks, by the way. How do we fight you? I don't think we can yet. I think this is just a waiting game. Oh dear. Hey guys, I could really use a healer. I'm just gonna follow, not me going to follow where my teammates went and they got me killed. Can you drop a hand, my dude? Hand down, hand down, hand down. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. God, did the hand break? Wait, are we good? Okay, that was phase 1, yeah? So we gotta break the orb. We're pondering orbs. Go not Gilberta. We got E combos. All right, let's go combos. Okay, yeah, that's really easy once you take down the hands. Okay. Hi, Blue Lady. I'm gonna have so much fun editing this video because then I get to take in all like the dialogue. All mage shall meet anew. Whoa, not the cycles! I've played these. Ah! There's more! How do we stop the countdown? I don't know how to stop the countdown. We gotta take out this. Okay, we gotta take out the swords. Okay. Hey guys, where are all the swords? I don't know where the swords are. I can't see anything. Oh, sword! We found a sword. What happens now? Eternity hath come. What happens now? Perlica is shielding me.
Do not forget our promise.
I don't think you're able to. I don't think you're the. That was a scripted fight. Okay. I think we're supposed to fail. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's supposed to happen. Okay. That was so chaotic, but so good. I had no idea what was happening half that. God. See, I said in the reaction to the PlayStation footage that I wish we had not got, I wish we hadn't watched it so I could have my first full reaction actually playing it. But oh, we still got it. This is incompletely, there's like more stuff here as well. They kind of changed the ending a little bit. They cut off some of the end stuff. Like this was not in the PlayStation footage. Go forth and awaken life. To go from like the snowy barren wasteland to this is so cool. I can't wait to actually like I said, keep saying, I can't wait to edit this video and go through and like really dig, because there's probably so much like symbolism and stuff here that I'm gonna geek out over later. But like as I'm playing it, I can't dig into it because I'm just like, whoa, what's happening? Pick it up. What am I picking up? Oh, a little Originium. It's baby. It's a little baby. It's triangle. I really badly want like a little Originium triangle necklace, pyramid necklace. I feel like it'd be really cool. Like it'd be a really cool little thing. Starting point ×1. Hi, the little rabbits are in the actual game, so activate. Oh, drag to place the starting point in the facility. I actually think this is really cool. Because it's kind of bringing in like the AIC stuff much earlier in the game, and it's tying it into the very beginning of the game. It feels more cohesive. Because I think one of my biggest complaints after CBT2 was that, was that the two parts of the game, the story sections and the AIC gameplay, felt extremely disjointed. They did not feel like the same game. I felt like I was playing two different games in one, essentially. And so I think that was one of my biggest gripes. And to incorporate some of the AIC stuff into the beginning lore of the game kind of feels like it is at least trying to combine those two ideas a little bit better, which I actually really like. So we're gonna drag that over into the tower here. Like, I think this makes sense to have the two, like these like two halves of the game work better together. So I'm curious to see what else they've done with that, because I feel like this one part of the cutscene was like extremely necessary. And so now the clock has 7 seconds left. Is it like, are we turning it back or? Whoa. Now what? Okay. Now what? This is so different from the betas, and no more, we're not doing PlayStation footage anymore, so. This, I think, might have been somewhere. This, oh! Hello!
I remember.
Do we remember? Because I don't remember.
Who are you?
Oh, this is where we put in our name.
The administrator.
That's me! We're just floating.
And you are.
I think this is where we put our name in. Whoa. Yeah. All right. It makes little noises. I'm pretty sure this is the same from CBT1. It makes typey noises. I love it. I'm very easy to please. Confirm. Did I spell my name right? Yeah, I did. Okay. I'm really bad at things like this, okay? I love reading, but ask me to like type something out and I have to check it like 50 times. Okay, confirm. And we're in. The loading times are like nothing, by the way. And I'm not playing this on my main drive in my PC, by the way. This is like a side disc. So the fact that it's running good at all is like surprising to me, because they even say like, make sure you use your SSD. Thanks, Perlica.
Administrator, Endman.
We got.
It's all right. The Endman's just a little weak.
We fell out of a rock.
It's been quite a while.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. Why are we just like sweating rocks? That's what I'm saying. Like, who would win in a fight? The Administrator or Zhongli Genshin Impact? I think Endman would win. That's no affront to Zhongli, but I'm just saying. That's Grandpa. We got spunk. Watch it ends up happening that we're like actually older than Zhongli. So this is pretty similar then to CBT1. This part I remember. But having that flashback again to tie it together works really well. And it kind of is showing that like we don't remember everything yet, but we have some of those memories like in the back of our mind, and that's gonna come back and smack us in the face at some point. I love an amnesia trope when that happens.
All right.
I love an amnesia trope for the soul part of it, where like the main character gets smacked in the face with their memories at some point. I love angst. I know that might be a controversial opinion, the amnesia trope support, but I do like it, and I can see the writing on the wall already, and I'm excited. Although I kind of knew we already were getting that. So we can auto now. But this part is pretty similar.
Where am I?
And we talk now.
This is the OMV Jung, the base of Endfield Industries, and our home.
Yeah.
Dijong? Endfield Industries?
So they are kind of leaning into that fact that we don't remember like anything yet.
Take a deep breath. We can work through this at your pace.
I love
This
Perlica.
is a suppressor for stabilizing your vitals. You've slept for 10 years and your conditions
10
aren't exactly
years?
stable yet.
So it's been 10 years, I would assume,
I
since
can
that
hardly recall anything.
the snowy
Who are you?
situation, if you will. Full amnesia trope, baby. I'm rocking with it.
Perlica.
Perlica! We love Perlica. That's
I'm the
Pearly.
supervisor of Endfield Industries. While you
Pearly
get reacquainted
supremacy.
with this place, I will also be in charge of your well-being.
Thank you, Perlica. Everybody say thank you, Perlica.
But you've always been a leader of Endfield Industries. You are the paragon and most important companion of every Endfielder.
They're gonna really lean into that when it starts getting really fan servicey in like a year, aren't they?
My mind's completely blank.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. I'm just like, they're really leaning into the full bit. Like, yeah, Edmund lost all the memories, full amnesia. They're making it very clear, and I'm okay with it.
Someone like you, this fresh new beginning might just work out.
Oh,
In any case, welcome home, Administrator.
I love this. The setup is very similar to before, but I feel like they kind of like buffed out some of the harder edges, if that makes sense. And it flows better. I think another thing, I feel like they gave Enderman more dialogue, which also kind of works because it feels more like a back and forth real conversation. I don't know. I'm geeking out. Now we're getting some, there's a couple of spots where the loading definitely takes a little bit longer, but nope, we're in. 3 standard days later. Somewhere in the Dijiang. Move my mouse. That's probably why it took a minute, because it had to get us to a different look. The sunglasses. He pulled off his sunglasses and there's another pair underneath. Is that a glitch or anything that's supposed to happen? Is there, did they add more beads or? Oh my god. I'm losing it.
This is our HQ. She is the pinnacle.
I don't know if that was a glitch or
of
not.
technology.
That's something we're gonna have to find out at release, I think.
Vessel Dijong.
Yeah, the Dijiang.
There was a time when we were
Follow
close
Pearly to
losing
bridge.
Dijong,
Okay.
But we followed your lead and saved the ship.
That was probably
Dijong
from
survived
before.
the day. Ever since then, we've kept her at low orbit and minimum.
So for the
power.
last 10 years, they've just been
We're now repairing Dijong.
powering
using
through.
ground
Wait a minute, was
materials. The ship is also where we
was
found
Perlica there
Dijong.
10 years ago? Was the snowy situation the past or the
I remember
future?
Nothing at all.
I don't know.
Don't blame yourself.
Because Perlica was there, but what if it was just like a weird memory sequence, you know? And Perlica was like a stand-in. I don't know. I'm so curious about all of this. I don't think we're on the Dijiang for long though. We should end back on Talos. We're doing a lot of walking. There's just so many little like parts of the lore I feel like we need to like fill out still, but we'll get there. We'll get there. There's Talos! Talos 2, specifically.
Majestic world, isn't it?
I'll probably just call it Talos.
I saw it in my memories.
Yeah.
It's Talos 2,
Yeah!
our home.
The character models look really good. I think they might be doing pre-rendered cutscenes for most of the cutscene material, but I'm not even mad about it because here's the thing. If the game is going to run better and the cutscenes are going to run better because they're pre-rendered, girl, pre-render everything then. I don't care. I don't care if the cutscenes are in-engine. I'd rather them be pre-rendered and look better. That is that might be a hot take, but it's running very well.
Talos to a planet. But truth be told, it's actually the second moon of the planet named Talos.
Okay, so I probably should be calling it Talos too. I just don't want to say the whole government name.
We're also facing enemies that once threatened our entire civilization.
I probably should be calling it Talos too, though, because it's there is Talos and it's technically not.
Endfield is capable of overcoming these challenges.
Thanks for believing in me, Perlica. Thanks for believing in us.
You once carried this piece of Originium with you everywhere.
Oh, that's the starting point, yeah? The one that like fell out. The one where it was like, why are we sweating rocks? No, it like fell out of our hand, I think.
Every specialist tech division operator carries
Aww.
a piece of proto-rig. The mineral helps teleprotocol triangulation.
Ooh.
This is your very own proto-rig, and it carries secrets. Only privy to you.
I will also say the POV shots, like from Edmund POV, actually
Responding to my call.
are done really well.
And it seems to know me really well.
Because that's ours. That's our proto-rig.
Everything we need for our survival would be impossible without Originium. The mineral powers our machines and is the basis of the arts we wield.
I'm interested to get into more of the Originium stuff. I have to yawn, sorry. It's been a long day. I had to deal with family today.
Upon this new world.
Planted Originium. Okay, so it is more of a... it's like both a rock and a plant.
Our first landing. Though we achieved victory,
we get some backstory now.
Left us battered and ruined.
I'm curious if we'll get into like the ideas of like the exploitation of Originium. I'm curious if that'll come up at all.
You led Endfield.
Because like it is a natural resource at the end of the day.
As well as its
but I don't know if we're gonna get into that. That might be a little bit too like a little bit too much to get into with the lore.
Our labor. Yes. Our plan is to deploy automation cores throughout the civilization.
I think there's a lot of things that the tech test story got into that the beta 1 story didn't get into as much. So I'm curious. I just want to. I'm very curious where the lore is gonna go. Because it seems like they are giving certain story beats a little bit more time. What's Reboot of Life? I was gonna say they're giving certain things more time to breathe, but what is Reboot of Life?
Someone very important commissioned us with the Zeroth Directive.
Zero? It's like zero.
As well as the mission and plan I mentioned are a part of it.
So, is that supposed to be like a USB drive? We getting some info?
So, who commissioned it?
Good question. What a shot. She says you, I swear. Yeah, there it goes. Endfield. Title card. I was like, she's gonna say you. If she says you, I swear to God. And then she said you. Okay. Oh, I was gonna take a water break. Never mind.
Supervisor Perlica, we got a situation.
Ah, she said, no, wait.
Yes, the Endman is with
Fiona's back, but my box is covering her. They put her where my box is.
Level alert. Our planned landing zone. No, the entirety of Valley 4 is in danger.
Valley 4. Alright, this is how we end up on Talos 2. The cutscenes flow together real well.
Just moments ago, simultaneous self-destruction occurred to the orbital landing.
Like, this game is... I don't know how they made it this clean.
Is expanding towards Valley 4, and the status of facilities along the route is now...
What engine are you using?
At the same time, we are picking up
Because this can't be Unreal Engine, because anytime I run something with Unreal, it doesn't work.
So far, they haven't responded. The whole place
Like, it looks good, but it only barely works.
The plan was to bring the Endman to the base in 10 days.
Okay.
But the hub...
We can't wait that long. Fiona, prep for my
The
check at
different
once.
audio lines, too. Oh my gosh.
Now? Okay, I'll run the checks.
I love it.
There's surface interference. Current situation is too risky. Unguided emergency drops might deviate. We'll drop you to
Had to
the
do a
area near
yawn.
the base, out of concern for safety.
Director Chin and Andre are at the hub base. In
Andre!
accordance with the contingency plan, they will take control of the scene
So,
when critical events happen.
Chin and Andre are still there.
Keep hailing the hub base.
But you can't get rid of Andre at this point. And Director Chin is like also kind of iconic.
Also, tell Operator Chen.
Chen!
Roger, we're prepping your drop.
Yeah, they're definitely giving more explanation to certain things, I feel like, which I really like.
Target, Valley 4.
I think they also maybe are just loading chunks of cutscene all at once, and so that's why you get like certain loading screens that take forever, and then other ones that are like 2 seconds.
Destination, Talos.
I'd be so curious to see like kind of like behind the hood of this game a little bit, because it's running better than it ever has, obviously, but like it's running better than most games I play, I think. We're definitely only doing first hour today though, because I am super pooped from spending time with family earlier today. And like also it's Thanksgiving, so like you eat Thanksgiving food and then it's like I'm sleepy. So I definitely don't have it in me to do multiple hours in this game today, but I would love to. We might go a little bit longer than a first hour though, because I kind of am thinking I might want to get to the polls. But I don't remember where we unlock polls and things like that. So we'll find out. Because I think at least in, because Tech Tested did not have any polling. Beta 1, I think it was later than you would expect that you unlock polls, but I don't remember when. Because they also might have changed it. Because I will always say about a gacha game, the sooner you can introduce the poll screen, if that is the route you are going, the better. And that's not even from a monetary point of view. It's from like a, hey, if players are playing a gacha game, they want to poll for their pretty little characters. So let them poll for the pretty little characters as soon as you can. Like, we know what we're signing up for. Give us the poll screen. Are we back? There's thunder. Not the bunny!
Progress update, Fiona.
Right, okay, the bunny's out of the way. This cutscene has killed my PC in the past, so let's, this motorcycle cutscene has ruined my PC before.
Hold on tight, Endman.
Like, my CPU is spiking a little bit, but it's nothing crazy, which is awesome. I'm just like, I keep looking over at my OBS to check like my model movement as well as like the game frame rate. Like everything is going really good. This is the cutscene that I use as like a litmus test for this game at this point. No, that's awesome. That's so cool. It's just that it runs so well compared, especially like comparing how it runs now to the tech test. Insanity. Because the tech test was rough. It was rough. But this is wild that it actually works so well now.
Administrator.
No, I think I can hold my own, Pearly. Team combat tutorial. Perlica will be joining the battle. When the controlled operator starts fighting, other operators will also fight automatically. So I'm curious if they've worked on the AI at all. Fighting as a team allows the casting of the teammate skills. And by obviously when I say AI, there's AI has existed in games to move your allies and your opponents for ages. Now at this point, it's not generative AI. Don't be weird. Because if it was generative AI, I wouldn't be playing these games. But it's not. This has existed for centuries. Centuries? Is that the right word? Maybe not. 2. Pearly skill. So yeah, you do share skill points across characters. So usually with the game, I do recommend kind of coming up with like a order of operations with skill points. But I don't really have that set up yet. And also, we only have 2 characters, so it's not that serious. I just switch back and forth between the 2 of them.
Administrator, you all right?
This might be in engine because I'm standing like right where I feel like I'm in the right spot, and Perlica had to run over. This might be in engine, which is wild. I don't know for sure though. And like the water on our is this whole time I'm like, oh yeah, none of it's in engine. It's all pre-rendered, but this might actually be in engine now. Okay, so I'm still good for the mission. What about you? Okay, now we're getting into the more like silent protagonist route of things where we get these really fun facial expressions from Edmund.
The situation in the field is far more severe than our
They do a really good job, right? They do a really, really good job of giving so much expression and emotion to the administrator while covering half of the Enderman's face, and it is arguably the most expressive half that they're covering. Like if you're like wearing like a face mask, you still have like your eyes and your eyebrows and like the scrunch of your forehead to show emotion. And we even have bangs as well, so we don't even have a forehead, but they literally have arguably, like, yeah, you can frown and smile, but they do such a good job with showing emotion on Endman with just that, and I think that's wild. We've also gotten so many like hilarious little expressions that way. But it does seem like a warm welcome from Talos too. Also, I'm gonna turn on automate it again.
I actually hoped for a
This has to be in engine. That's wild. Oh my god. I can't believe that. No, that I don't. The Broken Lands Chapter 1 has begun.
Still isn't picking up our calls. We need to hurry.
We need to defeat more Aegoly. No, we're going to the hub base. Okay, never mind. I'm a little floored that this game runs like it does. That's not openable. Okay. Oh, we're having some lag issues again, but again, there's rain, and this is a area of the game we will come back to later, but there is an entire overlay on it right now to make it look like all hell is breaking loose. But it will be normal later, so this part of the game still does have a little bit of issue running. For the sole purpose that it's kind of like there's like a skin over top of this area that isn't there later. And also, if rain tends to glitch things out in any game as well,
We can focus our attacks
for like that same reason that it's like a layer, an extra layer that has to render in. But Final Strike and Enemy Stagger tutorial now. The last sequence of basic attack is the Final Strike. It is a powerful hit that also deals stagger, and thus can apply the staggered effect to the enemy. So it's basically like a stun on your opponent. So we're just gonna do combat, I think. I don't have any skills though, so there is that. We're just gonna fight this thing. Oh. Enemy stagger. When stagger is full, the enemy becomes staggered. Staggered enemies cannot move and take more damage. The staggered status will automatically end after a few seconds. When an enemy becomes staggered, press the attack button to perform a finisher that deals massive damage and recover some skill points. So if you just hold down on the combat, it kind of just does everything for you. So I really like just being able to hold down the combat, and it's pretty intuitive as well, which is great. They've really worked on how intuitive certain things are. It just, everything feels so clean now. I love it. Oh, Perlica goofed a little bit. Find a way to enter the base. I think we can go down this way, or do we come this way? No, okay, so base is over here, yeah? Yeah, okay, that was the right way.
This rope
Use the
looks
rope.
sturdy.
We have more little
Some of the
things.
survivors probably left it here.
Ooh, what's this here? Hello, view.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
it gets a voice log.
Call. Forget it. Let's just get ourselves out of here.
Is this like a new thing?
Maybe we should use
It has to be.
this rope. But it's a long climb up there.
Zip it and
Oof.
start climbing if you want to live. Quickly.
So they debated climbing and then got hit. I wonder if they're gonna do that with all the story sections going forward. That was not a rough climb.
Let's continue, Endfield.
It ziplined me. Oh, hold on. Now we have to play a puzzle a little bit.
That is an anchor.
There's our anchor.
Anchors are capable of spawning Aegoly.
It still sounds like there's an N in Aegoly. Aegoly. Like, it sounds like it's be A-N-G-G, you know? An anchor has an N. I need somebody to say it very clearly for me. Is it Aegoly or Aegoly? Is there an N in there? Because it sounds like there's an N in there, but there's not. This is gonna drive me insane. I need somebody to like say it word, syllable for syllable for me. Because every time somebody says it in game, I'm like, there's an N. Use. They did make this a lot more puzzly. I think they added like puzzle mechanics here, which I actually kind of like. It makes me feel like I'm doing something.
We need to break through here ASAP.
Okay, no one's gonna say
Time to
Aegoly.
adopt team combat tactic.
Team combat. Oh, you can use combat skills. Okay, I cut Perlica off. I'm sorry, Pearly. We have the combo skill tutorial now. So they're kind of going back, and all the little combat things we had to kind of learn on the spot with the boss fight, they're showing off a bit more in depth here. I don't know if I love that switch, because you would think that they would do all the combat tutorial first and then like throw you to the boss. I don't know if I love that, but it works fine enough. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. I think I'm lukewarm on it, but like at the end of the day, maybe it's because I already have experience with the game, and so like I don't necessarily need all the tutorials, that I don't care as much. But I'm like trying to think of it from a new player perspective, going in completely blind. You have no idea how the combat works. You've never played a gacha game in your life. What do you do then? The combo skills part particularly has been changed a little bit, because I remember putting on the survey, and I don't know if this was a common sentiment, but I put on the survey that I didn't really know how combo skills work, and I feel like I didn't notice them come up very often either. And it looks like they have kind of overhauled it to a certain degree combo skills as well, to make them a lot more apparent and a lot more common. So every operator has a combo skill. Casting combo skills does not consume skill points, but the casting criteria must be met. Combo skills will enter a cooldown period after casting. I'm curious, people are definitely going to metagame this and come up with like really interesting team rotations based on combo skills. I'm very curious to see that, because while I'm not smart enough for that, I'm very curious to like try other people's strats later on, I think. Final Strike is the last basic attack sequence. Hit enemies with Final Strike to trigger Perlica's combo skill. So we're gonna start hitting things. We don't have any other skills, and then we can do E combo, combo.
Our strikes are more effective when we coordinate.
And our strikes are more effective when we coordinate. And now we can start using skills. Combo. Yeah, Endman's combo skill pops up after doing, I think maybe any string of combo skills. Endman's will be probably at the end is what I'm assuming. We good? Nope. There was one more for some reason that Perlica ran away from. Well, not the enemy AI, but the ally combat AI is definitely better than it was before. It's, again, still not perfect.
I hope for the safety of our people.
It's not perfect, but it's much, much better than it was before. Before it was almost comedically, like during tech test, the ally AI was almost, I don't want to say it was comedically bad, but like there was parts where it was very funny. CBT1, there was also some funny moments, but they've definitely worked out the bugs. And with ally AI, it's never going to be perfect because it's like, it is an AI code making these characters move. So it's never going to be perfect, but it's much better. That might also be in engine. Wild. If that is in engine, that is wild. No, I really want to see more behind the hood of this game. See like which cutscenes are pre-rendered, which are in engine. I'm so curious.
Careful, Benjamin.
All right, we in? Lock on. Oh, I hate lock on. Oh my god. Listen, I just don't like lock on in any game. Okay, click the middle mouse button to lock on into a target. After locking onto a target, roll the mouse wheel to switch lock on to other targets. I will not be doing that. I don't like lock on because I feel like half the time in games it doesn't work, but we'll try it. After locking onto a target, click the mouse wheel again to cancel target lock, and we can go to settings and switch combat camera correction auto lock on or off based on your play style. I do appreciate that as somebody who really doesn't like auto lock. Let's start doing some skills, baby. If I remember correctly, I feel like the Endfield auto lock didn't suck during CBT 1, so we might be okay with using it this time. Chin! She actually does stuff now! In the previous tests, she would just kind of stand there.
You arrived at just the right time. Our temporary defenses have been breached.
We will help you.
And I'm glad.
Because we love you, Chin.
I believe you have a sit rep for me.
Sit rep?
Yes. An anchor fell right into the base.
Okay.
The thing won't stop spawning the Angeloi. We've sent all our injured personnel.
It sounds like it's Angeloi, but
many Angeloi, and they will
Hey,
overrun the security division eventually.
Oh my god.
We must find a way to stop the anchor.
It should have an N in there.
Supervisor
Anchor,
Perlica,
Angeloi.
may
It
I
should.
do this?
Hi.
Of course. This is our administrator.
Hi. We just got here.
Administrator? Are we talking about the administrator?
Yeah, hi. The administrator, question mark. Me?
Apologies.
Literally did that like me?
In Valley 4 have never seen you before, Endman. News of your awakening gave rise to plenty of gossip and rumors.
Oh yeah, because like 3 days went by, so I guess gossip travels fast.
The entire crew
Ain't that the truth?
welcoming ceremony. But just a few days later, we were suddenly attacked. I didn't expect you to arrive here in the midst of the battle.
Are they using surround sound for the audio? I think they are.
Do we have any news about the missing personnel? How many of our people are outside the base?
It's hard to say. The Angeloi just kept attacking. Security division can only maintain a limited security perimeter.
Yeah, this definitely, with the rain effect,
I
woof.
suggest we delay our earlier arrangements, Administrator.
Well, yeah, we kind of got to fix this. I think we have the illusion of choice happening. So the 2 dialogue options are technically 1 dialogue option, but they split it. So it doesn't really matter which one you pick, but they give you the same outcome. So time to thank these rocky crawlies for their warm welcome, and I won't let my Enfielders face the dangers alone. We nod.
Good, Administrator. I knew you would say that.
Thanks,
Director Chen,
Perlica.
We'll handle the hostiles in the base and direct any of your missing staff to the.
We have hit our 1 hour, but I don't know if we want to finish this section and move on or what.
Your help will set my mind at ease. Good luck out there.
By the way, I'm not seeing
Andre! We probably should be done for the day, so I don't think we're going to do polls yet.
That silly old man. He went off trying to be a hero again.
Yeah, we gotta go save Andre. If I remember correctly, this takes a minute. I think they changed this section though. I'm not sure.
Anyway, if you see that old fool,
I also kind of want to be done because I
back to the control
want a
tower.
second dinner.
This might be
I
the
have
only
Thanksgiving
safe
leftovers.
place
I want my
left in
leftovers.
place.
We'll find him. Have faith in us.
Yeah.
The anchor at the old factory is still spawning Angloy. We must first eliminate this threat. Time to initiate our mission, Endman.
Let's go, but maybe not today because I'm really hungry. Yeah, so we're supposed to go to the old factory. We're not making it as far as we did in the first hour for CBT 1, but I am starting to get a little bit dizzy because I had dinner at like 3 in the afternoon. So one thing that they will do throughout the beta is send out beta special supply packs. So this time we are getting 20 headhunting permits. These are basic permits. So that'll give us 2 10 poles on the standard banner. And I'm curious if we can't access it yet. So we can't do polls yet. I don't know what I want to do with my videos for Endfield because my schedule, like my normal schedule right now is super backlogged, meaning that any videos I record during the beta technically wouldn't go up until like, I think like February the earliest, and that's literally getting into like release of the game. So I don't know if I want to maybe like sprinkle some extra Endfield videos in early, or what, because like what I ended up doing with Duet Night Abyss, which also did the same thing where they did a beta right before release. I still have DNA videos from the final beta that need to go up, and the game is out. It's been out. So I don't know what I want to do with Endfield yet. I'm probably gonna sleep on that and figure it out. But I am very excited to see more. I think it's super promising. This beta looked great from the start, and I feel like they really worked out a lot of the glitches that we saw in the tech test, especially, but in beta 1 as well. A lot of the glitches have been worked out. I'm curious if they've worked out some of the issues with the lore, or at least the issues I had with it not going as in depth as it has in the past. I think that the lore in CBT1 felt very surface level and almost very like, I don't know what the proper word is, but a lot of the CBT1 lore felt like, oh, I can't think of the proper word. Like my brain is fried. I can't think of the proper word for it. Just like, I felt like the tech test lore went a lot more in depth compared to the CBT1 lore, which changed certain things to make things seem a lot more flippant, a lot more black and white. Whereas in the tech test, the lore in parts might have been more vague, but it felt like it went more to like a deeper place, you know, like it felt a lot more introspective in examining certain ideas, and they got rid of a lot of that in CBT1. So I think my one hope for the rest of the lore of CBT2, especially because certain things are getting a little bit more time to breathe in the story, certain things are being explained a little bit better, I'm kind of hoping that the parts of the lore that felt very much more, it's like surface level isn't the word, but it's also the like artificial also isn't the word. Superficial? I think superficial might be the word I'm looking for. The parts of the lore in CBT1 that felt very superficial, I'm kind of hoping have maybe gone in a little bit more and feel a bit more real, maybe. I don't know. That's, I think, my one hope at this point, because it seems like a lot of the other issues with CBT1 and the tech test have been fixed at this point. So my one hope now, it really is the lore. I kind of hope that the lore parts that I didn't like from CBT1 have maybe been ironed out a bit. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful right now. That is going to be it for this video, though. We'll end here. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and hit the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. I'm gonna go have a second dinner because I'm like getting dizzy. It like just kind of hit me. I was like, oh God, I need to stop playing. It might be a little bit of motion sickness as well. I'm not sure yet. But as always, I hope everyone is having fun with Endfield who got in, and I also hope that everyone is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world. Happy Thanksgiving to my American friends, because I didn't say that on a video because I wasn't expecting to. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!